I tested 5 Android tablet replacements for older models, comparing screen, processor, RAM, storage, battery, speakers, and price. I'll show you which upgrades actually improve daily use, where the extra money is worth it, and which model gives you the best replacement value. Like, subscribe, and let's get started. Number 5. Lenovo Tab M11. I've spent enough time with the Lenovo Tab M11 to know exactly where it makes sense. At around $180 to $220, the 11-inch 90Hz display is one of the first things you'll notice coming from an older 60Hz tablet. Scrolling through Chrome, settings, and long web pages feels noticeably smoother. The Helio G88 handles the usual workload well. Chrome, YouTube, Gmail, reading apps, streaming, and video calls are fine. But once I start jumping between several heavier apps, the limitations become obvious. This is not a tablet I would buy specifically for demanding games. The hardware is practical. You get 4 GB or 6 GB RAM, 64 GB or 128 GB storage, micro SD expansion, quad speakers with Dolby Atmos, and a 7,040 mAh battery. The expandable storage is particularly useful if you keep downloaded movies, photos, PDFs, or large files on the tablet. I also like the 11-inch 1920 by 1200 display for split-screen work. There's enough room for a browser beside a Notes app without everything becoming microscopic. Pen support adds another useful option for handwritten notes. Where I wouldn't stretch this tablet is long-term performance. The Helio G88 is already an entry-level platform, so if you're replacing an old tablet specifically because it feels slow, I'd spend more if the budget allows. At this price, the M11 is a solid basic use upgrade, but it isn't the one I'd choose when performance over the next few years is the priority. Number 4. Samsung Galaxy Tab A11. The Galaxy Tab A11 is the one I choose when the tablet needs to work naturally with the rest of my Samsung devices. At roughly $180 to $230, the biggest advantage isn't raw hardware. It's the Galaxy ecosystem. Using QuickShare to move files from a Galaxy phone, opening Samsung Notes, casting through SmartView, and keeping the same UI layout makes the transition almost effortless. I don't have to relearn another interface or find workarounds for basic phone-to-tablet tasks. The 8.7-inch 90Hz display is compact, but I actually prefer that size for reading, browsing, travel, and holding the tablet one-handed. The higher refresh rate also makes scrolling through Chrome, social feeds, and menus feel noticeably smoother than older 60Hz Galaxy tablets. For everyday use, it handles Netflix, YouTube, email, Zoom, banking, shopping, and casual games without the sluggishness you typically notice on older entry-level hardware. Samsung's software experience is another reason I'd keep this over a similarly priced no-name Android tablet. The trade-off is screen size and hardware value. An 8.7-inch panel gives you less room for split-screen work, and at this price, Samsung isn't necessarily giving you the fastest processor or largest battery available. I'd buy the A11 when Samsung integration, compact size, familiar software, and long-term ownership matter more to me than getting the maximum specifications for every dollar. Number 3. Xiaomi Redmi Pad 2. The Redmi Pad 2 is where the hardware starts getting much harder to ignore. Around $180 to $220, you're getting an 11-inch 2560 by 1600 90Hz display, MediaTek Helio G100 Ultra, 9,000 mAh battery, quad speakers with Dolby Atmos, and micro SD expansion. The display is the first upgrade I notice. The 2560 by 1600 resolution gives text and images noticeably more detail than the 1920 by 1200 panels common around this price. And the 90Hz refresh rate keeps scrolling smooth and interface animations more liquid. The Helio G100 Ultra also gives the tablet more breathing room than older budget chips. I can keep Chrome, YouTube, Notes, and other lighter apps in rotation without the whole tablet feeling underpowered. It's still not a high-end gaming machine, but casual games run comfortably. Then there's the 9,000 milliamp hour battery for long flights, hotel rooms, Netflix sessions, reading, and browsing. The larger capacity is one of the features I appreciate most because I'm not constantly looking for a charger. The quad speakers, expandable storage, large display, and battery make this feel like a complete package rather than a tablet where one good feature is hiding several compromises. That's why I'd put the Redmi Pad 2 at number 3. At this price, it gives me a much more stronger combination of display quality, battery capacity, audio, storage, and everyday performance than I'd expect from a budget tablet. Number 2. Honor Pad 10. The Honor Pad 10 is where I'd spend more if I knew this tablet was going to stay in my bag for the next several years. At around $280 to $330, it moves into a different class with a 12.1-inch 2560 by 1600 display, Snapdragon 7 Gen 3 processor, 8 GB RAM, and 10,100 mAh battery. The 12.1-inch 120 Hz screen is one of the biggest differences I notice. PDFs, spreadsheets, comics, and 2 apps side by side are much easier to work with than on an 8 to 11-inch budget tablet. Text also looks sharp at 2560 by 1600, and the 120 Hz refresh rate keeps scrolling and interface animations noticeably smoother. The Snapdragon 7 Gen 3 gives it considerably more headroom. I can keep a large number of Chrome tabs open, switch between cloud documents, run split-screen apps, and play heavier games without the same slowdown I get from entry-level processors. The 10,100 mAh battery is another major advantage. Long work sessions, flights, streaming, and several hours of browsing don't turn into a charger hunt, while 35-watt fast charging makes shorter charging sessions more useful. The audio setup also matters here. The quad speaker system gets loud enough for movies and YouTube without making me immediately reach for headphones. I wouldn't spend this much for a tablet that is mainly used for occasional YouTube, but if I'm replacing a tablet that has become part of my work, study, travel, or daily productivity setup, the larger display, faster processor, 120 Hz refresh rate, and 10,100 mAh battery make the extra money easy to justify. That's why the Honor Pad 10 takes number 2. Number 1. OnePlus Pad Light. The OnePlus Pad Light takes number 1 because it gives me the combination I'd want if I were replacing an aging Android tablet with around $220 to $270 to spend. It's built around an 11-inch 1920 by 1290 Hz display, MediaTek Helio G100, 6 GB or 8 GB RAM, 128 GB or 256 GB storage, and a 9,340 mAh battery. The first thing I noticed in daily use is the 90 Hz display. Chrome scrolling, app menus, reading, and video feeds feel considerably smoother than the 60 Hz panels found on many older tablets. The Helio G100 also gives everyday apps enough performance for browsing, streaming, email, shopping, note-taking, video calls, and lighter gaming without constantly waiting for apps to respond. With up to 8 GB RAM, multitasking is more comfortable than it is on older 3 GB or 4 GB tablets. Then there's the 9,340 mAh battery, which is the kind of capacity I want in a tablet I carry around all day. Add quad speakers, expandable storage on supported configurations, and a relatively clean Oxygen OS-based tablet experience, and there aren't many obvious weak points at this price. What pushes it ahead of the others is the balance. The Honor Pad 10 gives me a better display and more processing power, while the Redmi Pad 2 offers an especially strong screen and battery combination. But the OnePlus gives me enough of everything without pushing the price toward premium territory. If I'm replacing an old Android tablet with my own money, this is the one I'd pick when I want smooth, everyday performance, a 90 Hz display, a large battery, useful storage, and several years of practical use without paying flagship prices. That's why the OnePlus Pad Lite takes number 1.